Hey there everybody, welcome back. Today we have something a little bit different and really fun. Gigi from MVP Nail Designs sent me her summer fireworks collection. These are all reflective glitters, guys. There are 6 colors in the collection: blue, green, rose gold, black, silver, and gold. I decided to use 3 out of the 6 colors. I used the blue, the green, and the silver, and we did a little bit of color blocking. So we're gonna get right into this mani, and I'm gonna do a straight up dip application, but I believe I am going to lay my finger in each color because the jars, again, as I said in my last video, my nails are a bit longer than I usually wear them, and dipping into the small jars just doesn't really work for me. So I've been using cupcake liners to dip into. These are the mini cupcake liners, and they work perfectly for what I need them to, and that's what we're gonna do here. I'm not gonna talk through this one because it's pretty straightforward, and the glitters are extremely fine, so it's not difficult application. Just you know, pretty straightforward. Apply base, lay my finger, clean up cuticles, and repeat. It's pretty much the same dip process that I use in most of my videos. The only difference is, instead of dipping into the jars, I'm laying my finger into the cupcake liner. And yeah, that's it. So I am going to do one color on each nail for my pinky and my middle, index and thumb, and then I will come back for some color blocking on my ring finger. Oh, but one thing that I forgot to mention before I started dipping, I laid down a layer of base coat on my ring finger where my color blocking will be, because I wanted it to be nice and dry. But I did that because I have peel base on. And when you color block and you have peel base on, obviously if you pull the tape up, you're gonna peel up the peel base. I think I've talked about this before in previous videos, but I used to do a layer of clear and activate it and then do my color blocking, but I felt like that added way too much bulk to the nail, and I wasn't liking that. So I did figure out that if I just did a nice, fairly thick layer of base on my nail over the peel base and let it dry completely, that I was able to use the tape on my nail and not peel up my peel base. And it also helps the color block to pop off in one piece, because sometimes when you color block, you know, it's 3 separate, well, on mine, it'll be 3 separate colors, 3 separate pieces, right? So, I mean, I'm one of those people who keeps their peelies. Yeah, I do. I have a bag. I have a peely bag, and I'm not ashamed. But, you know, I like to keep at least, you know, if I do a special design or something, I just like to keep them. And so when I do a color block and I use the base as like a foundation for my color block over my peel base, I definitely find it pops off easier. So those are my tips for color blocking over peel base. All right, guys, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to finish dipping, and then when I come back, we'll color block. Okay, see you in a few. Okay, so now that's done and it's time for some color blocking. I am going to use this color blocking tape. I got it off of Amazon. I will link that down below in the description box. I was using my vinyl nail stickers to do color blocking for a good while. I started to run low on them, and as much as I like them, for certain color blocking, this tape is really much easier to work with. I can determine the size, the length of the piece that I need. There's a lot of it. It's relatively inexpensive. It will last me a very long time. And yeah, so I may still use my vinyl stickers sometimes, but it depends on the kind of color blocking I'm doing. For this particular design, this tape worked perfectly. So I am going to start with green on the bottom, and I'm just doing like sort of a triangle burst design. Well, I don't know what you would call it, but you know, it ends up kind of looking like 3 triangles on my nail. I like the way it came out. I debated for a long time. I knew I wanted to do a color block with these glitters. I don't know why, but for some reason I just envisioned a color block. And I debated for a while about what kind of color block I wanted to do, how many colors I wanted to use, how complicated I really wanted to get with it. And this, I don't know why, but this design is what I settled on. And I'm pretty happy with it. So yep, I'm starting with green on the bottom, and then I'm going to remove the tape. I'm going to clean everything up. Then I will move on to the blue and then the silver. And yeah, when I am done applying the green, I'm going to remove the tape. And I usually use the flat end of one of my cuticle pushers to kind of even things out. And then I will also use one of those really thin metal files, because that helps to make a really, really straight line. You're going to see me do that here in a minute once I remove the tape. But that's pretty much all there is to it. When I am color blocking, I do find that depending on what I'm using to color block, either pour over or lay my finger. I tend to not dip into a jar when I'm color blocking, just because it can cause the base to move around too much or get, you know, like dented, I guess is the word I'm looking for, you know. And I want the design to be as smooth and flat as it possibly can be for a color block. So there are lots of different ways to do this. Because these are all glitters and they brush away pretty easily, I'm not activating between each color. However, if I was using a more solid or even a shimmer, I would most likely activate between colors, just because it makes it easier to not contaminate the previous color, if that makes sense. Color blocking can be tricky. And I actually really like color blocking with glitters. I think it's easier than color blocking with solids, because solid matte colors are not as forgiving as glitters are. So, and you'll see these glitters create a very nice line when they are color blocked. So, and they probably color block really well with a solid. Like if you did the glitter and then the other color was a solid, they'd probably color block perfectly fine. But I just wanted to have all of the reflective glitter on my nails, because when I saw what these glitters were like under a certain light, you'll see at the end of the video, I am going to turn off my ring light and I'm going to use my flashlight, the flash on my camera. Oh my goodness. You guys are going to be floored, because I know I was. All right, so I'm going to finish up this color block. I'm going to stop jibber jabbering, and I will be back shortly. Right, so now that that color block is done, that was fun. I am going to encapsulate all of my nails in clear, as I always do. This will protect the glitter from all the filing and buffing that I'm going to do. And I am using my Everly Nails clear powder. It is still my #1 go-to clear. I love it. And if it ain't broke, why fix it, right? Anyway, so I'm going to finish that. I'm going to activate, and then I'm going to file and buff off camera. No, I have not done my filing and buffing. That was my dog. Thanks, Evie. And now she's drinking water. Why? Why now? Ooh, can you hear that? Thirsty girl. Anyway, I have not filmed my filing and buffing video yet. There may be some e-filing in an upcoming vid, but I really have to try to figure out a way to stay in frame when I'm filing, because I can e-file in frame pretty easily, but when I'm using my hand file, I just cannot, I cannot figure out how to stay in frame and not have my head show up in the shot, or I don't know, like I have to file up in my face because my eyes are not great. As I've said, I wear glasses, so my eyesight is kind of, and I can't really see what I'm doing unless I'm like really close to my hands. So staying in frame so that you guys can see what I'm doing is really a challenge for me. I'm gonna try to find a way, but e-filing is a bit easier, and as I said, that may make an appearance in an upcoming video fairly soon. But yeah, I'm working on it, guys. I promise it's coming. Anyway, so as I said, activating, gonna file and buff and shape off camera. And then when I come back, we will top coat these babies, and then I will show you the magic. Now, one might think that all this reflective glitter would be enough, but no, I guess I'm just a little extra. I don't know, I just felt kind of like it needed a little something to break up all the glitter. I don't know if that even makes sense, but for some reason I just felt like I needed to add something. So I had these little, what would you call the shape? I don't even know what they kind of look like flower petals, not teardrop and not pear, because it's pointy on both ends. I don't know. I don't know the name of the shape, but they're tiny little ovally kind of. I don't know, but I put 3 of them. And I used my Valentino Gem Gel. I used my Valentino Gem Gel to place them, and cured that for 30 seconds. And then I used some No Wipe Gel Top Coat to cover them, because the mistake that I made on my other hand was that when I put these on, I did not protect them, and sort of like the caviar beads, the colored caviar beads, sometimes the color comes off when you activate. The activator strips the color off. So yeah, so these are like that, because they're not actually gems. They're like enamel, I guess. I don't know exactly, but the activator destroyed them on my other hand. So once they were applied and I cured them, then I used a fine detail brush like I have done in the past on caviar beads to protect the color for when I activate or use gel top coat or what have you. It protects the color so that it doesn't bleed. So I did that. And then I cured the top coat. And then I'm going to activate and use my dip top coat on top of them. On top of them. Suddenly I'm British. Anyway, sorry. I digress. So basically, those little gems are like little metal studs almost. They're not really gems. I don't know how to explain it. I got them a really long time ago. I'm not even sure I remember where I got them. So if I can't find the link for you guys, I might try to link something similar. Anyway, so now I'm top coating because I talked right through the activation process. But you guys have seen me do that before, and it's pretty self-explanatory. So, yeah, and now I am top coating these babies. I have to say, Gigi is a magician with her powders. I don't know how she does it. Every single powder, glitter, pigment that I have used from this woman has been one dip coverage. Every single one. I mean, I always do too, because I prefer that for the strength. But I don't need to. I mean, I guess I could do one dip and then do 2 layers of clear or whatever for strength, but I'm just a creature of habit, and that's what I do. But I mean, honestly, you don't need to. Her powders are full coverage on one dip. And these glitters are no exception to that. It's amazing. I cannot say enough good things. Gigi is a doll. I love her dearly. We have become good friends. We chat pretty regularly. We've discovered we have a lot of things in common. One of those things I am excited to say, we will be doing a collaboration. Spoiler! I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to give too much away. But it's going to be so much fun. We've been chatting about what we want to do, and we're both very excited about it. So subscribe, hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss that. Anyway, I can't say enough about Gigi. I'm going to stop now because I feel like I'm gushing. But I do love the girl, and I love her products. If you have not tried MVP nails, why? You don't know what you're missing. Her products are very unique. She finds the most different glitters, and all of her mixes are phenomenal. And if you go down into my link tree in the description box, you will find a link there, which will bring you to all of my discount codes. And there is a discount code in there for Gigi's MVP nail designs. So go check her out. I am now applying my cuticle oil as I do after I finish every mani, because, well, I'm pretty hard on my cuticles and they need to be babied a little bit. So lots of cuticle oil. I slather it on. Believe me, like for the first few hours after I do a mani, I think I reapply my cuticle oil like constantly because my hands just feel so dry from all the dust and all of that. So yeah, lots of cuticle oil. I do have to say that color blocking is not too shabby. You know, I have to say it's a challenge for me, but I'm pretty happy with the way that turned out. So I'm going to turn off my ring light, and now you can see the reflection in this glitter. Do you see? I have no words. Look at that silver. The silver is blinding. I mean, holy cow. It is so reflective. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Anyway, thanks for being here. I enjoyed doing this mani, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye now.